Welcome into the Extra Point presented by Global Motorsports in Cool Springs and Belle Meade for the world's best luxury imports at Nashville's best prices. Check them out at globalmotorsportsinc.com. And Zach, today we talk about the NFL and how they are playing favorites with who they decide to fine and who not to fine, because Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys dives in the Salvation Army bucket after scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, but it was for a good cause, right?
Apparently.
I mean, Salvation Army donations were up 61% after he did that compared to the previous week.
Right.
So he made an impact. And yes, the NFL does play favorites. It loves the Cowboys and it loves, good players. They don't like Odell Beckham Jr. He's like the guy in Recess, the constant troublemaker. He's dancing, he's waving his hands. He's the guy constantly shaking it up. He's also the guy who we talked about for weeks on end last year after his fight with Josh Norman. He's a troublemaker. Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott, they are good little boys.
Yeah, it's a villain versus the hero type thing. And in Dallas, they have heroes right now that are both rookies because Odell Beckham Jr. and Le'Veon Bell, who's also a villain, getting pulled over and suspended for smoking marijuana and failing drug tests. Like, those guys are whining on Twitter because they got fined. I don't think that Ezekiel Elliott or those guys should get fined for celebrating, but the track record is the NFL fines these people for doing these types of celebrations, and Ezekiel Elliott's just kind of finding himself, but he's donating $21,000 to the Salvation Army because he wears number 21.
Yeah, so that's all well and good. Does the NFL have a problem, and who should hold them accountable for what they do in playing favorites?
Well, they're just not allowing players to have fun and have personalities. They're trying to
No, they're allowing some players to and other players not to. That's the whole discussion.
That is true. They're playing favorites. That's what the NFL likes to do. They like to benefit their teams that get more eyeballs and like to hurt the guys.
Is that fair?
No, it's not fair, but the world's not fair, and the NFL is probably not going to change anytime soon because that's just what the NFL does.
I'm with you. I think that they play favorites like Jimmy Johnson used to play favorites to Michael Irvin, to Troy Aikman, and to Emmitt Smith, right? They're the star players. They make the most money. They make us the most money, and they win them the most games. That's the whole point of the NFL and Roger Goodell's philosophy, in my opinion.
That's today's Extra Point presented by Global Motorsports on A to Z Sports Nashville.com.